Alright, good afternoon guys. We are ready here to add a display to our Arduino. The last time we built a box to it. So here's the box. Here's the breadboard connected, glued to the box. And here's the Arduino. See, and here are the ports. Let's see if I can make a good angle for good lighting. And you can always do this, so you can definitely see the USB port and the power supply port, which is right there. Excellent. So where we are now, we're going to be adding some display to this Arduino, and I did a programming on it. And basically I'm going to be using an I2C connector, but before I talk about that type of connector, let me tell you something, story here, very short one. Let's see if I can get this better. Yeah. There's different type of LCD. The one that I'm going to be using is let's see if I can get a better lighting and a better resolution. Going to be using this 1602. That's the one that I'm going to be using. And now when you buy one of those Arduino kits, remember you have to be careful what you get. This one in particular didn't have the pins, so it's okay not to have the pins, but it means that you have to do something with it. You have to solder something, or you solder the cable directly, or you solder the pin rail that comes with it. And so this is one way that you can get the 1602 display, right? And let's see if I can get this better. Alright, now the other way that you can get the 1602 is with the pins pre-soldered, and this is kind of nice because I will use, for the demonstration today, a little bit hard, there we go. I will use this type of LCD with the pin already pre-soldered. So you have to be careful what type of kit you get. They always say that they might include the 1602, but you have to be careful if it's the pin pre-soldered or not. This is pre-soldered. This is kind of nice. Now the third option is sometimes you get something like this. If I get better, this is the third option. You might get something that looks like this. The module might come pre-soldered already to your LCD. And if I do that, it's like I have two parts here: the LCD with nothing soldered to it, and the I2C connector. So this I2C connector will basically connect like this to my LCD. So I look for this pin here, and that pin is 1. This is pin 1 that will go to pin 1 on my LCD as well. So this go like this. You give me 1 second, and that's it. So this is the kind of the third option that you might get, like both parts just become one because they are pre-soldered. And this is kind of the nicer of it, because you only need basically you only use 2 pins from the Arduino, because the other one is ground and power. And if you do the other, I think that you need about 6 pins. We can check that out when you don't use the I2C connectors. So I will say for now, for adding my display to this project, I will be using the unit that comes with the pins pre-soldered, because I'm going to be using the breadboard. directly. So I'm gonna stick this here, and then I'm gonna also stick this one because it also has the pins pre-soldered, and they're kind of nice. They look good. Before I do that, before I put everything within the box, let me stick some cables here. And because when I put this on the box, it will be hard. You know, my hand's a little bit big just to get some of the corner within the box. So I will put these not in particular order, just the way the cables are. That looks good. And so, like for example, I will align them that the red one will be and the yellow one will be right there, so it will look more like this, so the cable looks flat. I'm looking for that the cable looks flat. So basically I don't care about the color, so I will connect this here, that's two, and I explain in a second how this will connect to the Arduino. But in the meantime, I'm connecting right here the 4 cable. Excellent, that's it. Now looking here, I can see ground. Let's see, can I do better? I'm having a lighting issue here. I cannot see much, but anyway, I tell you what it is. When you look this piece like this, looking flat, I have SLC, which is the clock, is the one in this direction. Let me get a pencil here. This one here, the first pin is SLC. Again, that's clock. The second one is the serial data. And the third one is Vcc, that's positive. And the last one, the fourth one, is ground. As simple as that. No more into it. So next part here will be, get a little bit of shadow. I hope that, yeah. Good. Okay. Playing around with the light. A little bit problem with the lighting here. Okay, there we go. Now, next part is, let's use the LCD that has the pins already. I'm gonna put it on the box, and I'm gonna align here, like for example, letter A, B, C, D, E, letter E down here with my first pin here. So this part is gonna be hard to watch in the camera, so I will do my best here. I'm only aligning with the first hole in the breadboard with my LCD Arduino, and it looks good, perfect. So when it's aligned, well aligned, I want to be sure. And can you hold for 1 second? I need to look as close as possible. Yeah, sorry for that. It's well aligned. All right, perfect. Now the next part that I have to do is get this properly aligned. Now this has to go like this as well. This is pin 1. This is pin 1 in the LCD, has to go with pin. All right, I'm back here. A little bit of problem with my camera, run out of memory, but I'm back again. And as I was saying, let's see, I need to align this pin, first pin here on this module. When you look at it like this module is kind of strange. A couple things here are very important. This is a potentiometer. This is to adjust the backlight, and this is to connect, and you can connect your own resistor value if you don't want to use the potentiometer. So, but I leave it like that. So I leave this connected, and I use this then to adjust whatever I need to adjust using a very fine screwdriver, just to adjust it right here, and that will do. Okay, now I'm gonna put this back here. Before I do that, let's do it now. I'm gonna put this back here. Now I'm gonna align, basically since I align everything with the breadboard on pin 1, so I'm gonna connect this right on within pin 1. I can use any channel here. I'm gonna be using channel B, and that will do. Starting with pin 1, we'll force it a little bit in. That's perfect. Never force it on one side, just do it, you know, you twist a little bit one side and the other side until it fit in. Now they're both inserted, and now we are ready to get this cable where they should go. Now, for doing that, let me do the following. Let's get a piece of paper here so that I clear the whole thing a little bit, and let's see how this looks like. Let's say, let's get a better view here. All right, so let's see how this looks like. I'm left-handed, so I'm gonna do, let's draw here an Arduino. And so maybe use blue pen or something that kind of not sure how with the lighting whether this look good or not. Let's see if I can. Yeah, that's about it. That's good. Then let's do that module. So the module has the connectors. Let's see. Let's draw the module. Here's the module, and this module kind of have something here sticking like this, and you have the 4 pins. 1, 2, 3, 4. The important of this pin is that this one is the clock pin. This one is the serial data, and here I'm looking, the potentiometer is right here, right? Just to be sure that you know what I'm doing. This is the potentiometer, where it's located, and here you have Vcc, and here you have ground. So that's how the module looks like. Now, how this pin connect to the Arduino, we'll see that in a second, but what is important right now, you don't really care because this is in the breadboard, and you also have the LCD within the breadboard. So basically what I did is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 14, 15, 16 pin. I aligned, counting from 1. So I aligned them, and that's it. That's what I did. And this is your LCD, kind of. This is how it looks like. Alright, with the 16 characters time and the 2 lines. And so what I need now, let's see if I can fix this. I'm not sure if I, yeah, that will do. The next thing is how I connect the cables. Basically, you need the clock. This is the analog pins. So you have here, like for example, A5 and A4. I will be using those pins. So you will connect A5 will connect to the clock. So basically, it's one cable here, and then A4 will connect to SDA. Alright, and now I have Vcc is here. Let's pull here on Arduino. Hard to see. So I have 5 volt here, and ground. There we go. 5 volts, ground, and this is the A4 and the A5 that I was talking about. That will do. So let me get that out now. Going back. So basically what I'm doing now is connect his ground, and so ground will connect here, and Vcc will drop this up connection, and we're done. And that's it. Those 4 cables are the one that we need to properly, let's see if I can get a better picture, and with an angle. And this is the Arduino. And this is the I2C. And here is the LCD. That's it, that's all what you need. Those, as simple as that, will get the job done. Alright, I like this. So I'm back here with my blueprint of how the cable should look like. Let me pick the first one. That's gonna be A5. Now A5, if I take a look like this, if I put the cable flat, which is I like, A5 is the clock. That's the red one, according to what I have here. So that one will be connected to A5. Before I do that, the other one that just to take a look at it, is the orange, is A4. That is. So it left me with Vcc and ground. Vcc is the yellow one, and ground happened to be the green one. Excellent. That's easy. Good enough. Again, the red one, that's going to be A5. Yellow one, it's gonna be, sorry, the orange, it's gonna be A4. Now I only have these 2 left, which is ground, which is happen to be the green one. Great. So I will connect it to ground on my Arduino. Looking for ground here. And finally the 5 volt. I might take the 5 volt from someplace else because I might need that 5 volts right within my board. So, but for now I'm gonna leave it like this, so no problem. I'm gonna take those 5 volts. I'm gonna use my connector here and put it right where the 5 volt is. Now I'm gonna take a very deep look, and you hold for 1 second here until I confirm the colors and that everything. Actually, this one is not right. I have one that is not right. Sorry. There. See, these two, A5, A4, and ground. Can I do better than this? There we go. See, 5 volts and ground. 5 volts is the yellow color, and the ground is the green color. And what else we have? And these 2 pins at the end. The red one is A5, and the yellow one is A4. Sorry, not a yellow, but it looks yellow in the camera, but it's actually orange. This cable here that I'm touching is orange. Alright, so don't get confused. Anyway, now I think that everything is nice. Let me get the camera angle right. What I'm actually doing is just getting the cables out, so they don't tangle anywhere, and they look kind of neat. You take a deep look to these. This is how neat this looks like. Everything is well aligned. I can put a little bit of hot glue to the cables so they start to look a lot better. And so that's basically it. I have added an LCD display to my project. How about if I test it? I already configured this board with something. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. It accepted the code, and that's another step on this video, how to play around with the I2C. And there's a lot of things that you will learn with the I2C. Let's see if I can get one quick thing. The I2C, you can change the addresses of the I2Cs. Unfortunately, I have that there, and there's some. Let's see if I can focus that better. Yeah, you see that A0, A1, A2, those will allow to change, if I remember this right, the addresses from 20 to 27. Right now, I believe that is in address 27 because you can solder a bridge in between the two pins on A2 or A1. I mean, remember, not across, but in serial. Like, let's see if I can get something very thing here that I can indicate what I'm saying. It's gonna be hard, but let's see if I can focus back again. Loose. See if my camera do a trick here. All right. So what I'm saying is you can solder from here to here, you know, a line like this, and you will change the address. Not like this, but like this. Right now it should be on address 27, and because that's the way it is, that's how they set up the whole thing. And remember, this is a potentiometer. If your backlight is not working right, you might adjust. You might want to adjust this guy. Okay, with a thin screwdriver like that I'm showing you right now. This will do perfect. Now I think that more than enough up there. Let me fix the camera. As I said, this is the setup. Think that we are ready to rumble. I only need power. All right. How about, I have a battery here. I'm in the right now in my jack, so I don't have my computer here, but I can certainly, since I already programmed this guy, if everything is right, if I connect the cables right, and I don't know, I got power on my battery. This is an old battery, has been hanging around for a while, but let's see. Without further ado, let's connect this sucker right here, and I will show you what happened, if it happened. No, I'm just kidding. Let's put this back here so you see if there's any issue, something kind of a fire up, so you will see it. Oh, excellent. Let's see. I have something already, as I said, already programmed in my unit. It says something very interesting. If you are from Florida or from New York, you might be like, Wepa Boricua. You see? That's kind of cool. That's like I said, it worked like a charm. I'm using an old battery. Maybe the lighting is not that perfect. I think that I'm in the end of the battery. So let me take a look at adjusting a little bit. Let's see if I can adjust it to improve. About if I more like that, doing some adjustment with my screwdriver. Let me get my hands out of the way so you see the effect when I don't know, that's going the wrong way. Let's go the other way. There we go. But I think that I'm right at the end of it. Wepa Boricua. In the camera look kind of, I would say, not that sharp, but I'm looking at the display right now. It looks perfect to me. Very good lighting, very good background. The letter will stand out easily. So, as I said, this is just using the I2C module. It just happened to be on address 27. Excellent. You need, for the address, you always need to check. I mean, this guy will tell you the address that you are. And if you need to add another display, you can certainly add it. Very simple. Just 4 cable basically. And that's it. The one thing that I will modify, if I open these, so the one thing that I will modify, maybe, obviously I need to modify the powers. So this cable, instead of connecting here, will be connecting somewhere here within the breadboard, just because I need that 5-volt power for other stuff. And so now let's work on the code behind this, so that you get the whole picture. I only did right now the hardware. More easy than this, I don't know. Just 4 cable, get it connected, and it should work like a charm. The only thing that I tell you that might give you some minor trouble is that you need one of these screwdriver, very thin one, to play around with the potentiometer, and do some of the adjustment that you require. Like for example, right now you don't see pretty much nothing because I'm adjusting. Let's get this. You see, sometimes you see this and you get scared. You say, what happened? No, it's just I need to adjust the pot a little bit. I'm adjusting it right now. So let's see. The camera is not doing a good job. It's focusing on something else. Let's see if I can get this moving so I can. Problem with the camera here. Sorry for that. It might be also that I'm running out of power on the battery. Let's see. Let's do another adjustment. I can see the letters fine. Here we go. It's kind of weird. If I right now, there we go. If I put too much intensity, the camera failed to focus on that, and right now it looked good for the camera, but it doesn't look good to me when I look at the display directly. Let's fix this for 1 second. I'm gonna disconnect this, and I'm gonna be using power from an 9-volt power supply. Let's see. Let me show you here. This is an 9-volt power supply, 1 amp. Good. Connected again. And let's see. Let's connect it. And now let's take a deep look to how this looks like. Oof. Now I see too much power. I mean, even the background looks very light up, so I gotta adjust this, get my hands out of the way. Now I'm using directly 9-volt from power supply, so I'm doing some adjustment. Oh, super. That would do. Yeah, I still have a lot of room for adjustment. The issue was, well, not that it was a big deal, but the issue was that my 9-volt battery pretty much just getting to the last bit of it. Probably is about maybe less than 8 volt, or about 8 volts. Well, it's kind of handy. You always have to have one of these guys just to be sure. Let's see what's the voltage that I have on this battery. Alright, let me see. Now that I'm going to this, get volts here, and let me check what it's up to. Alright, tell you in a second what it's gonna be. Wow! Let's see if I can fix this. About 7.6, no wonder. That's how low my 9-volt battery is. 7.6, but still worked. Still did the job. It was able to run the Arduino, and was also able to put the display on, you know. Lucky me. I thought that this might screw up my project, but it didn't. So excellent. 7.64 volt, and it still work. All right, going back to my Arduino. So here's my project. You can close this out. And so that's it. It's a window. I mean, it's plastic here, so you can play around, take your Arduino for a trip. If you connect to batteries, I'm going to disconnect this. The batteries is something that when I did this project, I decided to leave the battery outside because if for these batteries tend to be heavy. Battery is heavy, so if somehow it happened to get, you know, you stick the glue and it failed to properly stick where you want it, it will start to bang everything inside and will destroy your Arduino easily. So I'd rather leave it outside, put some Velcro or do whatever you want, you know, stick it outside, or you can put it back again, but be sure, you know, inside the box, but better be sure that it will not fall out from wherever you put it in. Stay there. All right. So, and that's it. So you can take your Arduino for doing more interesting project like the one coming, which basically will be to measure distance and things like that. We're gonna be doing some process control, like level, like a level, like a LIC controller. So we'll see all that in next time. But let's talk about the code. Sorry for that. I forgot about that. I need to talk about the code. All right, let's do about the code. And so I'm gonna move now to where my computer is located. So we work about the code that is inside here. See you in a second. Hello, we are back here again. We are right where we want. So here we are in the code. I'm in my computer right now, in my Surface Pro. It is connected. Connected. Let's see if it's connected. Yeah, right here. COM3, perfect. So I have my webcam here, looking into my Arduino. And here's a small code that you can get from anywhere. I mean, this code is in the internet anywhere. It's just a little bit of understanding and you will be okay with it to use this type of code. Like for example, there's two types of libraries around, which is this is the liquid crystal, but there's one that it says LCD IC2, which is kind of different, the name. So I'm going to talk about both because the other, it seems to me the other library is like a more like a newest version. This is kind of have been around for a while. And this one includes the wire, which is basically something that the Arduino used like for two-wire communication. So, here's the definition for the address. You can go from basically from 20 to 27 on this. You remember I told you about it a few seconds ago about how you can change the address of this guy, of the I2C. So you can address many items, many I2Cs. Particularly if you are using this type of I2Cs, you can address between 20 to 27. 20 to 27, yeah, that would be about 8 devices. Now, this setup here is very simple. You initialize the LCD, you turn the backlight, you set the cursor where you want to start writing. Like for example, let's write here from, you can see that there's nothing here right now. I'm gonna put like a 00, and then I just put some wording here. Yo soy Boricua. That's like a song that we have here in Puerto Rico. And we set the cursor. Actually, that might be. I can put for the next line. Let's use 00 again. 00. And para que tú sepas, just that's way too big. I mean, 16 characters, so I think that I have 14 here already. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 characters. And so the other word. You cannot add more than 16 characters unless you are doing scrolling, and that will do. We will practice a little bit of that coding, you know, around. So let's generate this, see if there's any big deal here. Any error? I'm writing here a lot of stuff. It might not be your case. It's just because sometimes I use Proteus to get the compiled code here on Proteus, so that's why I have this kind of shown there. Now, so let's do the download. It looks like it went perfect. Let's see if this changed, and we can capture the whole thing here. Yeah, it accepted. Blinking.
All right. See, let's see. Oh, sorry. My mistake. My mistake. Did I make this run? Let's see. 0, 1. Let me do it again. Wow. Took me a while just to figure it out. 0, 1. That will do. So here we have change the word yo soy boricua para que sepas. So that's right. I messed up the order here. So it's 0, 1 and then 0, 0. That will do. And so that's how. Now, important thing here is how we're gonna work with this liquid crystal. That's a library. So you have to ensure this library, the I2C, will not come with the Arduino 1.8.13. You have to look for it. And when you find it, then you have to go to tools. Let's see, tools, and actually sketch, include library, and then you add a zip library. You look for that where you save it on your hard drive. Look for it and you add it. Like for example, in my case, I add two of those libraries. I add the LCD I2C and I also add the liquid crystal I2C. They are both available, so I add both. Now let's see. Let me show you where you can find those libraries. They will be on the description for this video. Again, if you are happy to using I2C type of a connection. So if I go here, for example, you can go to the Arduino reference libraries, and there you can find the newest 2.2.1. I'm not sure that I have that one. I think that I have the 2.2.0. But anyway, you can get that one, download it, and that's a zip file. I'm not sure you can see at the bottom. That's a zip file. And open that zip file, and then in whatever place it is saved, then you look for it with your Arduino IDE. All right, that will do. That's that one. How about the other one? This one is the liquid crystal I2C. This one needs to use the wire library, which is included already with your Arduino IDE, so that shouldn't be a problem. So if I go back to my let's see, where I should go back to my Arduino here, and like for example, we can start. Let me close this so you can, like for example, let's play around. Let's file samples. The nice thing is that this library comes with examples already that you can use, like for example this one, custom chart, hello world. How about hello world? Let's see, take a look to that one, and I think it's already open somewhere. Hello world right here. Let's close this a little bit. Let's move it here. You see, this one doesn't have, it already include the LCD I2C, perfect. And here is the address 27, no problem. It turned the backlight on, it delayed 50 milliseconds, and it turned the backlight, turn it on, turn it off, so it will flash the whole screen, and it will clear everything and will come back. So you can change whatever you, this is the word hello, and word. Let's look at it. This is the nice thing is that you don't have to know more, much about it. Just crank it and do the upload to your Arduino, and let's see what happens. You like it or not, then you tweak, you kind of change whatever you don't like. There we go. Maybe that was too much for you. I don't know. You can change, like for example, maybe the delay is too fast or too slow. Let's put 100 here. And oops, that's the second. Let's put 100 here as well. And let's do a down low as well. And then you change whatever you want to change on it. This is the slow, more, it's doing it kind of more slowly than before. Uh, this doesn't use the wire. This this LC I2C version. So let's go back again here. Examples you can pick, like for example from this one, let's pick I don't know, custom chart. Let's see how this looks like. You see, this includes the wire, as I was telling you, and this is the liquid crystal, and then it has some definition here for just shaping a bell, a note, a musical note, a clock, heart, duck, check. It's interesting, all of that. It's custom chart and how you can print them and do kind of fancy stuff. Let's run this. Let's see what it looks like. Again, this code. Hello world, I love Arduinos. Excellent. Anything else? Oh, there we go. All the characters that you can build. You see, a bell and all that, whistles, and special characters, special code. I mean, with this, you can definitely do a lot of good stuff on it. Wow. Again, that's directly from an example of liquid crystal I2C, which is the one that I'm using right here. My connection is based on that. Anything else that I have to say? Um, let's do again. If you don't know how to do the installation, remember you just go for example sketch, include library, then you move to the top here until you see the add. Then when you see the add, you hit the add, and now you look for where, in my case, my file were saved on document. There's a lot of stuff here, and you have to look for what it is. Here we go. You see, I had the 2.0. I had the I2C 2.1. I'm okay. And this is the liquid crystal. This is the old one. Whatever is the latest, I'm ready to go. So you look for those. You hit that, and then hit open, and it will look for the file. I will not do so because it's already installed. When you finish the installation, you close everything, and then you launch back again your Arduino IDE, and that will do. Remember that it will not be shown until you relaunch your Arduino IDE, and that's basically it. I mean, there's nothing else. Let's see. Let's play around. Let's cancel here. Let's do one more here. Let's go to File. Let's go Samples. And let's see, I have serial display. What would that be? Let's see, I haven't run this one. Let's put it here so we take a look. Wire included, liquid included, and here is the definition of my address. I serial begin. I'm gonna be putting something on within the monitor here, with the monitor of my Arduino. Let's see, when character are the serial port, it seems like I'm going to be able to write perhaps with my keyboard, maybe. Serial available, yeah, looks like it. That I will be able to write something with my keyboard, and when I write that, will it be printed at the, let's see, LCD, right? Yeah. I will be able to write things directly to the LCD. It looks like, yeah, let's do that. Let's run this one. This is kind of cool. I'm writing to the keyboard, and the keyboard will write directly to the let's see how this looks like. Ready? Let's see. There we go. And then let's see. Right there, I'm ready to go. Now see what I did. I open my COM3. Now I'm in the input zone, this zone here. With my COM3 I will be able to write things. Let's see if I can fix this, and I'm gonna write letter A and see what happened. Oh, interesting. Let's see B if we move nearby. All right, so I can write the whole word. Let's see, how about this? This is a test. This is a test. How about if I have two lines? two lines. Let's see, two lines. Let's see what happens if it's too long. Will it do something? Two lines seem like it's writing only two. I mean, but that's good enough. It's. I mean, you have to write. Then you have to take care that you only can have 16 characters, so you have to move to the next line. But this is great. You know, you are input whatever you want, and it's showing you what you're writing right at the at your LCD. Let's see. Excellent. That's basically it. This is a kind of neat. You can. This has a lot of potential. You can do a lot of stuff with this piece of code that is already within an example that is included. Let's see where is this one is included. This is included with the wire edge. Yeah, with the old I2C. Liquid crystal. I bet that it can work as well. You can copy part of this and put it on the other on with the other library. Might work as well. I haven't tried it. I'm just kind of messing around with this available examples. Let's see. Let's pick another one here. Examples. Oops. Examples. I did see the display. Hello world. Custom char. How about this one? Custom char. I haven't tried this one yet. Function. What is this? It's with a weird name, function. Let's see. Might be here. Here. Let's try that one. Function. Let's see what it. This is the with the LCD I2C. Begin, backlight, loop. Auto scrolling. Auto scrolling. Great. Okay. Let's see how this looks like. And what is writing? Let's see what is writing. I think here it's just the word auto scrolling. Okay, that's what is kind of a. Let's run it. See what this will do. Yeah, auto scrolling. To the left, to the right. Excellent. Well, I think this video is long enough. The idea was to show you quickly how you can set up your Arduino with a display in no time. I mean, the hardware connection was just 4 cables and you're done, as long as you have the pre-soldered LCD with the I2C connector, and it comes in address 27. It is brand new. I mean, unless somebody have messed with the A0, A1, or A2 terminals, should be on address 27, meaning that you cannot put those two of these together. I mean, or use because they both have the same address, so that would be a conflict there. Remember also that your IDE, your Arduino IDE, requires then that you download from your website, either directly from Arduino CC, your latest zip file for your library, and or you need to look for your liquid crystal library. I've been told that this might have some bugs on it, and that's why the other one is better. Again, I haven't run yet with a bug on using liquid crystal, so I don't mind using any of them so far. Again, I will put the reference for the both, so easy for you to locate it, and then remember that when you are in your Arduino, then let me close this. You have to go here to Sketch, include library, and depending where you are deep down here. You see, you don't see. You have to be up just to look for this to add that library. Then you add it. You do a search for it on your hard drive, and that's it, and you are ready to go. More than enough. As I always said, be safe, whatever be your final destination.